What's going on, boys? Sam Archer. In today's video, I'm going to be basically running you guys through what I've learned in the last 2 years of running my own marketing agency. All right, so this is something that you need to understand before going into any type of business, and knowing this is going to help you out tenfold in the future. All right, your future self will thank you for watching this video. So I'm about to get into some real shit. And when I explain this to you, you might not agree with me or you might not believe it, but when it actually unfolds and you learn from the mistakes that I've made, then you will understand that what I'm talking about right now is the truth. All right, so look, I'm just gonna get straight to the point, no more fucking chit chat. But the first thing I need to talk to you guys about, okay, is it's this principle that what you put out comes back to you, all right? And it might sound like some fucking weird, like, you know, like some stone shit, like how girls have their fucking stones and shit. It's nothing like that. It's no star sign shit. It's nothing like that. Okay, it's straight quantum physics. All right, this shit is real. Whatever you put out into the universe, you are gonna get back to yourself. Okay, and I've experienced this the fucking hard way. Okay, now let me give you some examples. What I mean by this. All right, let's say that, you know, you book a meeting with someone and then you don't show up, you don't cancel, you don't reschedule, you just don't show up to this meeting and you just fucking forget it. You just bun it off. All right, the exact same thing is gonna happen to you. Someone's gonna book a meeting with you, they're not gonna show up, they're not gonna cancel, they're not gonna reschedule, and they're just gonna bun it off. And it's basically because you booked that meeting and didn't show up to it. All right, so it's literally the exact same. The same shit you put out is the same shit you get back. All right, this goes with everything. Okay, if you're doing high ticket sales, okay, like me, and you want people to buy on the first call and you itch them to buy on the first call, or at least give you a pretty definitive decision, okay, but then you hop on calls with people and you don't buy on the first call and you hit them with the I need to think about it bullshit, then how can you expect any different? Okay, if you hop on calls and you tell people that you need to think about it before buying, then you're gonna get that exact same thing coming back to you. All right, now quickly, while we're talking about this, there is two things you do when you hop on a sales call. All right, especially if you're a salesman. All right, the first thing is you buy. Okay, if they have what you want, you buy it. The second thing, if they don't have what you want, you tell them no. You say no, now's not a good time, I don't think this is valuable, and you just tell it to them straight away. Okay, because if you're hopping on sales calls and you're saying, I need to think about it, I need to go talk to my partner about this, oh, okay, let me get back to you, you're going to get the exact same shit. And how can you expect not to? How can you expect people to buy when you don't buy? Okay, it's that simple. And this goes deep and deep. This rabbit hole goes fucking deep, boys. All right, let's say, you know, you don't pay someone. All right, you don't pay someone for some reason. Okay, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna get paid for a service that you delivered. Okay, let's say they delivered a service or they didn't deliver a service, you don't pay them, you can't expect any different. Okay, everything you do comes back in a different way. All right, and it's so important to understand that. Okay, that's a lesson that I have learned this last couple weeks. Okay, everything you do, if you ghost people, you're gonna get ghosted. Okay, if you don't give people a definitive decision, you're not going to get a definitive decision. So it's so important to, in every situation, and it comes back to that like primary school, like treat others the way you want to be treated, but act as if you act in ways that you want others to act towards you. Okay, like if you fucking hate it when people drive in the fast lane and they go on the speed limit, then never drive in the fast lane and go the speed limit, because you're going to encounter that situation. And you might think it's confirmation bias, but it's literally not. It's just pointing out the obvious. If you do good by everyone, okay, you stay dialed, you don't fuck people around, you don't no-show, you don't tell people you need to think about it, okay, and you're just true and honest to yourself and everyone that you meet, then you're going to get that exact same reflection in your life. And it's so important just to make sure that in every situation you do the right thing. Okay, now you can call this faith, you know, you can say this is true by God, or you can like call it, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but it's just fucking true, boys. It's literally the truth. Everything you do comes back to you in the same way. Okay, keep that in mind when running a business. Okay, now there's gonna be points where you get in tough situations and you're thinking, fuck, like I could really like use like this money, or like fuck, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, like fuck this, all right? But you need to act as if you want others to act towards you. And I mean, you might think I'm crazy for saying this, but when you realize, keep this in mind, and if you do bad shit, when bad shit comes back to you, now you can say it's karma, but it's just fucking quantum physics, bro. It's just Albert Einstein quantum physics and that shit, all right? It's literally the fucking way this universe works, and it's so important to know that. So every time you get yourself in a sticky situation or a situation at all, remember, this is gonna come back and fuck you in the future unless you deal with this the correct way, okay? Take a second, think about the situation you're in, deal with it the right way, okay? If you are not sure on how to deal with the situation, there's not much you can do. If you have a mentor, reach out to your mentor. Mentorship is so important when starting a business. If you don't have a mentor, if you're in some community, reach out to community for advice. At the end of the day, it's so important that you understand that, you know, the decision is yours to be made. The action is yours. You need to take the action. Okay, you can seek advice, but at the end of the day, if you have no one to reach out to, you're probably just gonna have to learn from the mistake. Do what you think is best. Keep in mind that whatever you do is gonna come back to you in the future, but do what you think is best. Do what is good for your business, okay? Do what is good for your life at the end of the day, okay? It's a dog-eat-dog world. You gotta do what's good by you, okay? If you can do that time in, time out, and if it's good by you and it's good by the universe and it's good by everyone else, you will succeed, okay? You will get to where you wanna go, all right? And look, if you have no one to reach out to, if you're curious, or if you have a question about a scenario and a situation that you're currently in that you need to get unfucked from, or you need some fucking advice, I have a school group, okay? It's completely free to join. I don't really care if you click on it or not, but there's a link in the description. It leads you to a community. There's a bunch of people in it, okay? And I basically just help you guys start your agency. It's not like a coaching, or it's kind of like a coaching. It's just a free group where we can all gather, ask questions, and help each other out along this journey, okay? And just update each other on how everything's going. So if you want, you can click the link in the description. I don't really give a fuck if you click it or not. But yeah, I hope you got some value from this video, and I want you guys to remember that everything you do is gonna come back to you in the future, all right? Hope you got some value from this video. Again, if you wanna click it, click it. Don't give a fuck if you don't. That's all from me. Get crushing, take some fucking action, and keep pushing, boys. Peace.